going, everyone? DeformedClock here. Welcome to a game that I have been wanting to play and that I actually just beat. I beat this game. It's called Hacknet. This is gonna be a really nerdy game. I don't know, man. This game blew my mind for what could be called one of the best games that I've ever played. I don't know a good place for my camera this session, so we're just going to put it here. I'm going to hide my dubby thing because I'm going to actually just end up probably putting this here for now. I don't know how well this is going to work, but... So, this is Hacknet. If you guys don't know what Hacknet is, I'm just going to go to my camera for a second. Hacknet is a game where it's literally, you're a hacker, and you are hacking into different mainframes and different systems, and showing the world what you have for potential. Now, I also do have the Hacknet Labyrinths DLC, so you will be seeing that playthrough in this as well. I'm going to be uploading all of these up to my up to my YouTube, uncut. Hey, Alex, nice to see you. I'm going to be playing this game start to finish again. This has taken me almost 3 days to complete. It's been taking me more. But yeah, let's get right into it. The new session. What should I name my session? What should I name the username? Why is it flashing? Actually, you know what? I can't be using this as a file because I can't. No, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. We're going to go to display capture, add source. Okay. So, keep in mind, guys, this whole game is revolved around coding. Now, with coding, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So, we're going to name... My first save was named Glitch. What should I name it now? Oh, do you want some music in the background? You know what? We're going to name it Glitchy. Glitchy. Type in a password. We're going to do glit. Let's do that. Here we go. One of my favorite games right now, as of this current time. So this is a boot up, like it's using a virtual machine. If you know what a virtual machine is, you're smart. It's called a VM for other nerds out there. But look at this, guys. This game, okay, hi. This is strange. Stranger than I expected. I'm supposed to write this in past tense. I hardly have further meaning. The minute gets over. My name is Bit, and if you're reading this, I'm already dead. So basically, I'm not going to spoil it, okay? As of right now, you are at risk. Learn as quickly as possible. Begin the tutorial sequence by hitting the continue button. Connect to your own computer. Glitchy PC. Yes. Yes. Good work. The first thing you need to do is any adjacent nodes. Scan. Where is my terminal? Disconnect. Beware that attempting to compromise the system security of another computer is illegal under the USC Act 1030-18. Proceed at your own risk and connect to the outside main machine. I now have this. This is my whole thing here. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. I just usually use probe. Port hack. Now look at this. This is scanning this computer. Now my playthrough is going to be different between everybody. Your playthrough is going to be different than mine because everything in this is tailored to the player. So we're gonna actually just move my camera up This is so freaking cool, man. Run the scan command. No results? Okay. Now, list the files in the folder in the current directory. ls. Now, I know majority of these commands because I do deal with coding. I do like coding, and I quite enjoy just having fun with it. Now, keep in mind, these commands will not, I don't think they work IRL, and I'm not going to do that. So we can go to so if you do cd bin. Now, if you look cat config, and you can tab to autofill. You can, so clear your tracks before you leave, cd ... that reverses yourself, so cd log. Now rm pound gets rid of every file in that directory. And now you can save. Now, so here is the part where I got stuck for a while and I had to use that hint. But if you use the help command and look through all the help pages, or actually I think it's just the first one. PS. There's that. Now we just killed the tutorial. Now, as you saw, we just got a notification. This is in mail. Hi, this is from Bit. Hi, I don't know you, and I'm sad to say I never will. But if you're reading this, that means you might be the only person that can make things right. Right now I am trapped. There's no way out and not enough time, and I need your help. There's something you need to take care of first. The faster the better. Hacknet OS wasn't meant to be released as it is now. After a while, an automated tracker will activate itself. You cannot let it happen. Connect to your old node. It should be green on your netmap. Then find and delete security tracer.exe. When you're done, just reply to this email. And then this is all the notes that can be done. Which I don't. So go to your file system, go to home, or actually bin, and rm that. Get rid of it. Then we go back up here and reply send. Guys, listen to me. This game has emotional ties to it as well. This game will play with your emotions, and also, if you guys have ever played Doki Doki Literature Club, you'll know that that game messes with your files in that specific folder. This game beautifully does that in the Labyrinth DLC. Anyway, let's just keep going. So, getting some tools together. Great. That should keep you safe for now, at least from your own computer. Before we start, you're going to need a few things. Port hack alone isn't going to cut it in most modern computers you'll find. Not one's worth any looking at anyway. You should start checking up on an old friend of mine. He goes by Viper. Awful, I know. He's honestly not the brightest crayon in the box, but he always seems to hold useful code. You should have no trouble getting to his files. Finding something useful might be more of a challenge. You can, for the most part, ignore the generic files, stuff that's logged or gets saved by a program, IRC logs, and the like. Custom files like the .exe files are what you want to look for. Download any files you can use by using the command scp. So then there's this. It's super easy. You want to always clear your logs in this game because it'll actually do something if you don't. So here's this. So we're going to use port hack. Then it's going through the port and looking for the password of his computer. Okay, now I can go to ls, and we can actually just click through. Oh, there's a program. So you can actually go through all of these things and like read all of this stuff. Like, there's even CSEC stuff. It's just, it's so nice to just see all of this, and it's, I don't know, man. Dad, sorry I haven't emailed you in a while. It's been really busy with school. Year 11 is hard, but I think I'm doing okay. I actually wanted to ask you a little help. I need some new software for a school project. It's called FTP Bounce. It's really useful. It costs a lot though, and I've run out of money since you sent me last time. All this IT project software is expensive. Is there any chance you could send over another $2,000 to my account? It'd really help out. Induction chest. Proxy server. So here's this. If I run the command scan 199.59.149.320. Now you see, this stuff doesn't apply to us because this is for a different task. So now let's download this file, sshcrack.exe. It'll copy it to my folder, and now what it told us what to do was to reply as soon as we're done. We're gonna save. Made in flight. Congratulations. I honestly have no way of knowing you succeeded in this responder. But if you're seeing this, it means you found at least something. So I'm going to assume it's something really useful. You should try breaking one of my old test servers. If Viper had this sort of thing, he's known for getting lying around. You should have everything you need to get in. Remember, any non-basic programs you need a port number to run like this. So there. Once you just find a port you want to crack, and run that on that. And just in case you don't know already, you can hit tab and stuff like that. So that's just that kind of stuff. I already know how to play this game since I did already play through it. So yeah, let's keep it going though, because this is absolutely beautiful. The game, how it's made, is beautiful. So we're gonna probe the system, and now it shows all of these ports, and it says ports required to crack 1. So given the program that we just got, which was called sshcrack, you can assume that this is the port you need to crack. So sshcrack 22, and then it runs this. Now also just keep in mind, there is a program running on my PC right now. This is the command prompt for this, and I'm actually running stuff through this. So yeah, it's actually pretty cool. And now we can run port hack. So this is everything that needs to be done in the game. And now we're in. So now we can view the file system, go to bin, log, new folder. There isn't really anything in here. Auto log. There's not much in there. You'll see these 3 files pop up a lot through it. Also this, and then this right here. I'm gonna download this right now. I will tell you what it is later, but I'm gonna just do that. This is a handy file commands thing if you need it, which mvconfig is. MV is the move command. Fork bomb. Yeah, you can fork bomb your own computer, and it's just a whole massive thing with this game is fork bombing. So let's reply, send something in return. Nice work. I mean, here is where it gets to start to get harder. I need a favor. I've been a little sloppy lately, which means it got me into this whole mess. It's why I'm writing this in the first place. Anyways, the point is there's some logs on a few computers that I prefer weren't there. You should remember this. If you forget everything else I tell you, don't get sloppy. Delete your logs. If you haven't been, start now. Everything you do in a modern OS is tracked and logged in the log folder. Just go in there and remove everything. Never forget to. And now it tells me what my mission goal is. So let's go back into here, because look, we didn't clear our logs. So we clear it from that one. And then we clear this. So we go cd log rm star pound. There it goes. Now here is this system. We're gonna probe it and we're gonna look. Now we need to open that port again. So sshcrack 22. Sorry if this is like a really nerdy game and it's not like what I usually do on like my streams, but this is a game that I fell in love with because it really just hits my nerdy aspect to myself. And it gets really intense later on to the point where I probably won't even be able to do commentary because I'm focusing on stuff like that. So now we're here. We're gonna go to logs. Now you see it doesn't show our IP. It doesn't show bits IP because bits IP is removed. More on that later on in the story, but let's remove his logs. Empty, home, documents, personal, letter draft. desktop police report, chat log, tax return, work, report email. Nothing really of value here. So now we remove those files. Now we send. Where to from here? All right. If you see this, then you've done well. And well, all this might actually be worth something. Is that too much to hope for? It seems like a lot to hope for. I've realized that I just don't have time to write this whole thing. There's way too much to learn, and I don't have any time to do any of it. So I'm going to need to ask something more. There's a group that goes by Entropy. It's currently accepting members. They'll be able to teach you more. When you're ready, I'll contact you again. As for getting into Entropy, you'll need to bypass a proxy server. If you have shells, open using the shell command. Running on computers you've already got admin access on should be able to overload it. Good luck. Thank you. So now we have this. Also, notice up here, you actually have RAM, which if you don't know, that's random access memory. Hold on, I got a message on Discord. Hello? What up? Whatever. I will make this into a video series on my YouTube channel if it is deemed necessary or deemed worthy enough to do it. Hi, Olivia. Welcome. So now what we gotta do is there's an Entropy test server here, right here. Now, here's the thing where it happens. Proxy. With this, I need to open up shells, which, as he said in his email, just run the shell command. Now you see this pops up here. I don't need this because I already know what's going on. Basically, we just need to open it up and break in. So we're gonna open up 2 shells. We're gonna go back to the Entropy test server, probe it, overload the proxy. Now, as you see, if I hit the overload button, it does that. I'm gonna keep my thing open. So we're gonna close this one. My glitchy PC is this proxy, this shell, and you'll understand why later. So now we can do SSH crack 22. Without the proxy being disabled or bypassed, we can't run any of our commands. Now we can run port hack because the port is unlocked. And now we're in. So now we can view the file system, go to home, Entropy induction test. Download this file to complete your induction test. Entropy will contact you shortly. Okay, so here. All of this stuff isn't really, like, big things. Now, all of this stuff is like, basically, if you're here, chances are you know a thing or two about getting into places you don't belong. Those idiots over at Stormwind have totally ruined the balance of Shaitan 3, which is later in Auction House patch. I've been a super fan until the original Shaitan was released in '96. I say we stick it to them and bring the Auction House down. If you want in, I'll leave a text file in here and I'll find you. These are all different things that you can do. So it says leave a text file in here and I will find you. So now if we run in our help commands, I don't quite remember how to do this. I think it's replace. Oh, these CD tray commands actually work. I don't have a CD tray on my computer. So, yeah. L3. Okay, so I'm gonna clear the console so we can see that. Leave a text file in here and I will help you and I'll find you. So maybe append. I don't know. Okay, anyways, bit. If you are lurking, can you please come out of the shadows? I need to talk to you. Vapor won't get off my case about saying something is wrong. She's sure something's going on. Let me know. Keep in mind, this server will be very key later on. Just keep in mind about that. Now, this OP Stormwind, this whole thing is basically a whole thing where admins are getting pretty pissed at East Lake by the Chinese contingency has been hammering the servers all night requesting gold. It doesn't matter. We can kind of just get rid of all the files. It doesn't matter. We broke it. Now it's saying to download this file, so SCP, entropy, induction test. Transfer complete. There it is. It said that they would contact me as soon as I downloaded it. Greetings, Glitchy. Let me be the first to congratulate you on locating and passing the entropy entrance exam. While to an experienced hacker is a relatively trivial task, surprisingly few actually exceed the management. Before we allow you to officially join the group, we must further confirm your abilities. A tabloid news server has recently taken negative stance towards entropy. We'd like you to temporarily disable their operation. As a second test of your skill, we ask you to bring down the server's message board. If you can, leave the non-entropy related articles and the rest of the server intact. We do not wish to be needlessly destructive. This is not a request to simply wipe the server clean of articles. We just want the program shut down. Text. And here's the thing. Entropy group. Ooh. So now we're going to probe it like we usually do. Now there's a proxy. So I'm just going to run my proxy and just let it run. You could grab another shell, quickly run back, probe it again, and hit overload and make it go a little bit faster. But there isn't really a point if you're not in a rush. So now we'll open up the port and continue on with the hack. Proxy bypassed, port is opened. Now we run port hack. Also, if you guys want to see more of this stuff, yeah, we can talk later. Probably. I don't know. I'm probably going to be streaming for a little bit longer tonight. I do work tomorrow, so I will be going to bed in a little while. Anyways, we are into the system. Message board. Caution. Config sys in this folder is a critical system file. Doing so will crash the board and bring the host program down. Now, if we go back and look at what they want, we want them to... It says that they want us to bring down the server's message board. Okay. So let's go back to here. Nope, not probe. Whoops. Go back. We're already done with that. View file system. Now, home has nothing. Bin. Log has nothing. We will clear all logs before we leave. So here's this. Listings. Now we're going to remove entropy. We're going to remove that file completely and then rename the config. So we can do mv config.sys. We're just going to name it haha. Now the message board should be brought down. If we go look, /bot news, it is down. That is what they wanted. We can run scan, but there's no point because there's nothing else to do. Reply, send. Welcome. Greetings, Glitchy. Congratulations, your timely execution of your first contract has proven your abilities. And I can now gladly welcome you to Entropy. As a small welcoming gift, you'll find the You'll find the user details of the admin account to our asset server attached. Help yourself to any programs that you might need. And view our mantra. Once you're geared up, reply to this address and I will arrange a true test of your abilities. Text. So here's the Entropy asset server. We can log in because we have the login. So complete, view file system, bin. Now here is this next command that this program that we will need. So scp ftp bounce. This is going to be needed later on in the game, and actually in this section of the game, it's going to be very useful. So then this all here, this thing here, the network execution archives, is basically just saying what everything is. I already know all of this, so I don't really need to do anything with that right now, but I will later. So
Let's see. Where are we going? Gmail. We're going to log in with Glitchy. Welcome. We're going to reply and send. Glitchy. Excellent. I'd like to be the first to formally invite you to begin accepting entropy contracts. Attached is the location of a group's secure contract database. There. Along with the login credentials necessary to access it. Feel free to accept and complete initial contracts at your leisure.
Oh, excuse me.
I'll be in contact again to gauge your progress soon. And now there's our password and everything. We can log in as Glitchy. So here are contracts that we can do. The famous counter hack, back to school, or point clicker, the famous counter hack, back to school, XD projects, illegal clone of the Hollow Point interactive product, Modern International, stop the harvesters. So we're gonna just go down the list. Point clicker, meaning a well-meaning client needs some of his data from a game server to deleted to regain productivity. We're gonna accept. Now, all of these missions will come in through our email, which is Gmail. Greetings, civilian. I've been put in a dire predicament here, and unfortunately no one in my incompetent office of staff is capable of fixing this issue for me. This has forced my hand to resort to outside help, as distasteful as it is for me. Informants have assured me that this line is secure, so I will be brief. I've bested the game Point Clicker, and wish to prove my clear dominance over it again. Yet there is not a reset button. I'll need you to enter their server and delete my save file, so that I may crush it once more. My username is Mengsk. Feel free to bask in the glory of my current achievement before resetting. Dismissed. M. So now we have the name that we need, which is his username. So we go to point clicker, go. So I'm going to actually do this really quick. I'm just going to break the game. This game actually has, if you click this enough, you will actually be able to, there's an achievement that you can get if you click this enough times. Hold on, let me check the Steam achievement really quick. Have a truly absurd number of point clicker points. Yeah. My auto clicker, literally, it gives me a chance to click 256 times a second. But yeah. Anyways, that's the whole what this is. We'll do that later. Exit. Probe system. Now, this has 2 that we need to crack. Now, keep in mind, we did just get a new program that's called FTP bounce. So, our usual command SSH crack works on port 22. Now, there is a new one that we can crack into, FTP with bounce. FTP bounce 21. Because that is the port number. Now, this takes a little bit of time, which is okay. Now, we can run port hack whenever that finishes. And now we're in. There's no music. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, the music of this game is actually quite quiet. Give me a sec. Let me just turn it up. There we go. So now we can view the file system. So there is a bunch of stuff, new folder, there's empty, logs, bin, sys. Now, never delete or rename the file config.ini. This is system critical. Removing it causes an instance crash. Do not do that. So we won't. We are just going to go find this handle right here and delete his file. So here's this. This is his stuff. We're going to remove that file. RM autocorrect. Bam. Now his file is gone. That's all we needed to do. We are going to leave the system now. Reply, send. Contract successful. Your client of your recent contract has reported a success and is pleased with your work. You're not free to accept further contacts from the top contact database. Your current ranking is 80 out of 100. So, now if we go back to the contract, go to Glitchy. Okay, next, the famous counter hack. Agent. The company PP Marketing has recently hired a freelance hacker to break into rival company servers to retrieve some sensitive data, which we believe to be a mailing list. The hackers transferred the data to PP, and ruined it for the actual creators. Naturally, this sort of corporate espionage is exactly the kind of sort of business that gives into hacker groups their bad reputation. And while we're not really even interested in policying this in its entirety, the blatant advertising of the job across the net makes this one a little bit more public. So we'd like to ensure it doesn't pay off for PP. We don't know exactly what the file is called, so you might have to do a little digging once you're in there. You're looking for a stolen mail list. It may be archived or encrypted. We want it deleted. We should also note that the company may be prepared for this eventually, and may have some security countermeasures in place. Entropy admins. See, now these guys are super close to my home base, which is not nice. They have a proxy. Oh, this is one of the things that I'm talking about. So now we are in a rush because there is a trace. Now what a trace does is it basically checks your computer and it sees your IP and you're like, oh, they're trying to hack into us. So now we're going to get rid of this proxy. SSH, crack, ready. It's bypassed. Now it's go time. We can run both of these commands at the same time because we are able to. Oh, let me open up notes again really quick to get rid of this. There we go. Now, once this is done, we can run port hack. Come on. It's done. Port hack. The reason why this game takes so long is because it's like this. So now we can DC. Because we are actually in the system, and now we don't have to worry about it. So sys files, home, workplace, induction. This is all stuff that we don't need to worry about. Secure mailing list. This is that. Mail list info. Oops. Mail list info. This is the mail list we got from the hacker, who charged through the nose, by the way. It turns out there's some sort of encryption on it. What do we even pay the guy for, anyway? HR saying they'll get someone else to try and decrypt it, or whatever it will make it usable. But according to the first guy, it's the right size. So it's got to be the right data if we can break into it. What a disaster. At least we got something out of it, even if we can't use it yet. So now, what we got to do is we got to RM secure mail list, and now it's gone. So now, we can go into documents and just see these. We can see all their logs, but it doesn't really matter what they are. So now we're going to go into our logs, RM, pound. And now we can go over here, send. Contract successful. Our ranking is now 60 out of 100. There's nothing in there. Now we go back to the contract database and keep going. Eventually, there's going to be a new mission that's actually really cool. Agent. Mildred High School's administration department has contacted us looking for a means of quietly getting their IT staff admin password so that can perform an investigation of what data they're keeping on their students. Preserve all of the data all data the way you find it. Any tampering can mess with their judgment. For your part of it, you'll need to break in, clear your tracks, and reply to this with a password to the server, and we'll take care of contacting the school and sending the details over. So here's this. Probe. They have a proxy again, which means they probably have a trace. So I'm going to run a few more shells. Now this is where having multiple shells open while you're hacking into one of these is nice. Because watch. Probe. These guys don't have a trace on it, but look how much faster that goes if you have multiple of them going. Once it's done, you can close them out. SSH 22 FTP 21. Now once that is done, it'll be easier for us to get in. Well, that's the only way we can get in. Now it's done. Now I can run port hack. And we are getting into this computer. Now, we'll just take a look and see where things are. Private student admin emails. And log. Okay, so here it is. Here's the password. This is literally the IP password. It's 7 stars. Literally the password, no, just stars. Who's going to even guess that? No one. Even if someone hacks it, it still looks protected. Literally unbreakable. But you're wrong. You're wrong. Because I just completed my mission. Reply. Additional details. 7 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Send. I don't know if this guy's a genius or an idiot. Probably got a bit of both. Damn. I mean, I only checked it myself because the verification script said it was working, and I wanted to test that. Huh, this is going to be a confusing reply to the school admins. Good work on your end putting it through now. Contract successful. EOS device scanning. A new contract to come up that is required to pick up some no tech. As you're online, it is now convenient for us if you could accept this one and test it out for us as your next job. The contract requires access to the target's phone and an EOS device. We've contacted a specialist in the field and gained access to the tools we need for the job, but they're largely untested as it is, so keep that in mind. You'll be forwarded the information to yeah. Hey Entropy peeps. So an EOS device scanner is uploaded to your asset server. It should run pretty soon as a standard connection targeted. It needs admin access, basically, what's what it is. EOS, this isn't easy. Keep this in mind, everyone. Every time I log in for EOS devices, the password is the same. It's admin, the password is Alpine throughout every phone in this game. So now we got to go to the asset server, view file system, bin. Now there's that. SCP, EOS. There we go. Now we can continue on with the mission. Probe. Let's get in here. SSH crack 22, FTP server bounce 21. And now we let these run. So the SSH crack is actually quite fast. The FTP bounce takes a little bit longer time to actually, complete and do. So we're gonna just keep going with this. Now we're gonna run port hack, and here we go. Now, I might end my stream, or I might switch games on this stream here in a little bit. I just wanted to show this a little bit, just to show how this game is. I'm going to start a new stream with a new title and everything, because this is going to be a 30-minute video going on my YouTube channel. Any further videos or anything with this game will be posted on my YouTube channel instead. You can still follow it. It's DeformedClock. There's a space between it because I couldn't do it together. So, let's do this first. Scan network. Nothing there, right? There's nothing in here that we need to look at. Like these logs, there's a bunch of stuff here that you can just see. Like all of this stuff is, you'll see these files everywhere. And there's nothing important in here at all. So now we run the command EOS device scan. It's going to open up this app, and once it finds something, it'll ping it on our net map, which is down here. See, there it pinged. EOS phone found. Log in. We don't need to probe because they have this stuff in here, and we can't. Log in. Admin. Alpine. See? There it goes. Now we're going to view this file system. And now we're going to figure out what they needed. Owner's email account. Reply with the password. Okay, that's simple enough. File system. You're going to want to go into here. Home, log, bin, and sys won't have anything. EOS is where we want to be. And then we go to mail, and there's this. Tin7. That's all we need. We go to here. One second. Sorry about that. Anyways, so now that we have that, we can go to the contract where this was first sent. EOS device scanning. Reply with the code PIN7 and send. Contract successful. There we go. Now, keep in mind, ranking is 19 out of 100. We're getting pretty high in the rankings. So, let's go back to the contract database. Log in. Alert the Kaguya trials. This is a recruitment thing. Now, we're not going to do this quite yet. This is the DLC. XC progress. Actually, you know what? I didn't play through it at the first, so we're going to accept this. The Kaguya trials. An individual named Kaguya has sent a challenge to, as far as we can tell, prominent Digiset community leaders and administrators of various factions. It looks like a recruitment challenge to form a part of a team. As part of the entry's openness policy, we're extending this invite to all interested parties. Keep in mind that this is a separate group to entropy and will likely involve leaving this community for some time if you happen to join this other faction. If you have unfinished business with entropy or wish to continue on your current path, it is very likely that this opportunity will still exist sometime down the line. Consider abandoning this contract to picking up this thread if later if so. Otherwise, the instructions given simply an address attached and instructions to begin your trials. Link Kaguya source. Probe. Now we're going to log into this like we usually do. Hey Cosmic, how's it going? Nice to see you again. I'm playing Hacknet, and it's actually quite fun, and it really hits me in the nerd spot. Like, I love this game, and it's great. So, once FTP bounce is finished, we run port hack, as per usual. Some of this stuff I won't continue explaining that I'm doing, because it's really self-explanatory. View file system, home, log, bin. Here's this stuff. Recruitment.txt. I am Kaguya, and I'm forming a team. Elites only. All resources shared, building towards big things. Interested in applicants can apply via the executable here. Running this program consists of agreement to be tested and understanding that you may be found unworthy. Good luck. Now, these two things we're going to download. So Kaguya Trials and FTP Sprint. Now, keep in mind that file extension, FTP. Backups, Kaguya Trials, reward, message. This is all encoded, which we don't need. So now we're going to go back to our program and run the Kaguya Trials. The soundtrack changed. Begin trial. Thank you. You have a great day. Now, watch this part. All of my stuff on my net map just disappeared. It's initializing the Kaguya Trials. It is getting rid of Gmail, or Jmail, and that is gone. Congratulations on completing the first test. Your second begins now. Welcome to the Kaguya Trials. Connect to 74, 125, 23, 121. Download any tools you will find and delete all system files. We will be watching. Good luck. Okay. Connect 74, 125, 23, 121. Kaguya Sprint Trial. Probe. Let's get in here. SSH crack 22, and we just got that new thing called FTP Sprint. Oops, I've messed it up. FTP Sprint 21. Look at that. This is a new FTP hack thing, and it goes much faster than the other one. Now we can run port hack, get in, and we will DC because we can actually do that in this. DC, go back in, view file system, bin, torch stream injector. Let's download that really quick. We don't even know what it is. RM remove. Oh, it wants us to delete the system files as well. So, actually, we're going to grab that. SCP Miami. Everything else, we delete. Done. Now we DC. It automatically does this. This is this is one of the coolest parts of this game. Well done. Next. Connect to that. Adapt. Advance. 239 32 181. The push trial. FTP bounce sprint. Oops. FTP sprint 21. Now that new thing that we got was the torrent stream injector, which is what we need on this. So 6881. Now, this is a part that I'm going to show you guys that I didn't even know in my previous playthrough. If you do the PS thing, you can do this and kill the torrent stream injector now that it's done. Now we can run port hack. We freed up some RAM. We can run port hack and keep going. We're going to DC, and we're going to connect back. View file system, bin, there's nothing, log, remove everything. Delete this to advance. Sounds good to me. Now we're going to clear our logs one more time and disconnect. Congratulations, trial is complete. Forwarding connection. Hey. Nice work. You're the third one through. I'm connecting you to our home base now. Hold on. Here we are. Accessing whitelist, authenticating, registering connection, unlocking. Welcome, Glitchy. Man, the spin down time on torrent stream injector is so damn annoying. The port is saturated just fine after a few seconds, but it hangs around there forever. It's not really a problem though, is it? Kind of slows me down. PS, kill the process when you're done with the problem. I never thought of it, don't mind me. Haha. Announcement. Glitchy is added to the whitelist. I'd like to welcome Glitchy to the fold. Glitchy, congratulations on beating the trials. The other are on assignments right now, but there should be time for you to catch up if you want on this round. You're on the team now, so the final contract belongs to you. Contracts are a first come, first serve system here. I mostly take care of admin, recon, and all that. Making sure everyone has stuff to do that builds towards our goals. And everyone has the tools and info needed to do the work. Cole, default, you introduce yourselves when you got the sec. In the meantime, Glitchy, check out our server and take a look at that last job. Welcome to the team. The Ricer. I've received word on the location of someone who's been developing a means of breaking through the SSL ports. Unfortunately, the security setup is a bit unusual. So here's that. That's Glitchy. That's them. We don't need to worry about that right now. Mission guidelines. Here's all of this stuff. Connect to the Ricer server and bypass security. Look for the latest version of the SSL port breaker program. It may be encrypted or hidden. To upload the file to the team drop server when you found something promising. Okay. So now here's this is their drop server, like they had on the Entropy. View file system, bin. Those two files are already there. We don't need that stuff. We're fine. Now let's run this. Let's go to here and probe. So here's 3 ports that we need to break. SSH 1234, FTP Sprint 99, and web server worm. Oh wait, no. Torrent stream injector 6882. Now we're gonna look for the process, and whenever that's done, we're going to kill 194. Now we can run port hack and get in. Access granted. View the file system, go to bin, it's not there, home, projects, theme changer. We're gonna actually download this. The reason why I downloaded those system files was because it's actually themes that you can get. SSL project, SSL Trojan. This is what we need. .dec. Oops. There we go. And then there's some themes that we can download, so we're just going to download that. That star command downloads everything. So now we're going to go over to the drop server. Now, this is where it's fun. Upload home-SSL Trojan. Now we're also going to upload the theme changer. There we go. Close that, go over here. Decryption system set up. Unfortunately, it's not portable yet. I'll get to working on a new shareable.exe. And this is just stuff that comes on. Complete. Now it's going to say something. There we go. Alright, I'm looking at this SSL stuff. Getting it decrypted and packed into something else convenient. Sounds good. Live project. DDoSer on some... This is stuff that's cool. DDoSer on some critical servers. Coel dug up the source of some of the Grindcraft server outages. We want it stopped. It's a bit untested, but the build is usable if you want to rush into it. Upload to the drop server. Oh, I've already done this before. Basically, that stuff is there. Login, view file system, bin. We're gonna download SCP SSL Trojan. There we go. Now we have that. So there's all that. I already know how to use it. This is all we need. So now we're going to go to this. This is the root tech battle station. We need to crack these cracks. Crack these cracks, no. SSH, we're going to just do the fastest one first. There's no trace. Torrent stream injector, 6881. And we're going to look for the process ID, which is right there. We're going to kill 55. SSL Trojan. Now here's the part that it gets fun. 443 is the port number. And we're going to run it through the SSH port. So we're going to do that S33. And then it goes to work. You'll see me using these commands a lot because they're the quickest and easiest to use. Once that is done, SSL tunnel located and completed. Now we run port hack. Here we go. Now, what we were looking for... Cole dug up some of that stuff. Someone apparently thinks it's hilarious to try DDoSing the secrets of Grindcraft servers. It's like they're not under enough to load with the entire world hammering them to get the new update. Anyways, Cole was keeping them up as one of their conditions for joining the group, so we want this disturbance fixed. They're probably using LOIC. L-O-I-C, lower orbit ion cannon code for it. So it'll just help from wiping that folder and stopping it. But if you want to do a little damage in this folder, no one's going to judge you. Keep in mind that you should probably do a quick look to scan for anything else you might find there, and make sure you get everything. Sounds good. Scan. So there's something there. We're going to first just we're just going to get rid of this. These IPs... Actually, hold on. I didn't notice this before in my other playthrough. Huh. (101, 79, 150, 101). Huh. Okay, I don't think these do anything right now, but we'll keep that in mind. So they want us to get rid... I'm just going to download that really quick. Targets. Just in case. Now we're going to remove everything in there, and also we're just going to kind of get rid of their system files, because why not? And now we're done with that task. View active projects. Complete. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, no, we have to do this too. So, FTP sprint, because it's faster. And then we'll SSL Trojan. We actually have to have that port open before we can do the Trojan. So it sends us the FTP. We can now run it. I will be ending this here in a minute. Here we go. Port hack. After this mission, it'll be about an hour into the stream, and I will end my stream here. So, and then I probably won't do another one because I'm not really wanting to. So now we have this. We need to get rid of all of this stuff too. Remove all of those. And we'll just remove all of his system files because it's, yeah. So these we don't really need. We can just kind of remove everything in this if we wanted to. Everything on his computer is now gone. We're going to disconnect after we get rid of the logs. I haven't been getting rid of my logs recently. We're going to actually remove our logs here too. Go back to here. A view active project complete. Update. Excellent work on your recent text. It's time for a team project. We're going to actually save it here. And we're going to stop here. So, if you guys enjoyed the stream today, be sure to drop a follow. I will be uploading this whole entire thing uncut to my YouTube channel. And that'll be that. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, please drop a follow. You can donate to my PayPal down below. It'd really help out me getting some new hardware for my PC. I'm looking to get a new graphics card so I can keep streaming my VR. Then if you guys would like to, you guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my most recent video. I just actually uploaded a virtual desktop tutorial. And then I'm also going to be uploading I uploaded, with that video included in it, was how to do wireless full body tracking with Quest 2 and virtual desktop. My next video will be how to do firmware updates on that, and yeah. So if you guys enjoyed, follow me. Make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss whenever I go live. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Hacknet.